Cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone, produced by the adrenal glands. When you face a threat, cortisol floods your system, preparing you for fight or flight. It increases blood sugar for quick energy, suppresses digestion and reproduction, and sharpens focus. In short bursts, this is helpful. But chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated constantly. High cortisol breaks down muscle, stores belly fat, weakens immunity, and impairs memory. It disrupts sleep, increases anxiety, and raises blood pressure. Modern life triggers cortisol constantly. Work stress, financial worry, even scrolling bad news all activate your stress response. Your body can't distinguish between real and perceived threats. Managing cortisol means managing stress. Sleep, exercise, meditation, and nature all help lower it. Adrenaline. Adrenaline is the immediate response hormone. When danger strikes, adrenaline hits within seconds, creating the rush you feel in emergencies. Your heart rate spikes, blood redirects to muscles, pupils dilate, airways open, pain drops. You become temporarily stronger, faster, and more alert. Adrenaline is why people lift cars off victims or run faster than thought possible. The rush is addictive. Some seek it through extreme sports or risky behavior. Unlike cortisol, adrenaline acts fast and fades quickly, but constantly triggering it through stress or caffeine wears down your system. Insulin. Insulin is produced by the pancreas and controls blood sugar. When you eat, especially carbs, blood glucose rises. Insulin moves that glucose from blood into cells for energy or storage. Without insulin, glucose stays in blood, unable to enter cells. This is type 1 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is different. Cells become resistant to insulin, so the pancreas produces more until it can't keep up. Insulin also signals fat storage. When constantly elevated from frequent eating or high-carb diets, your body stays in storage mode, making fat loss difficult. Managing insulin means controlling what and when you eat. Whole foods, fiber, and protein keep insulin stable. Processed carbs and sugar spike it repeatedly. Glucagon. Glucagon is insulin's opposite, also das opposite, also from the pancreas. When blood sugar drops, glucagon raises it back up. It signals the liver to break down stored glycogen into glucose. It also promotes fat breakdown for energy when glucose isn't available. Glucagon and insulin work in balance. After eating, insulin dominates. Between meals, glucagon takes over. Constant eating keeps insulin high and glucagon suppressed. Your body never taps stored energy. Testosterone. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone, though women produce smaller amounts. It's responsible for muscle mass, bone density, fat distribution, and sex drive. In men, testosterone peaks in late teens, then gradually declines. Low testosterone causes fatigue, decreased muscle, increased fat, reduced libido, and mood changes. Lifestyle affects testosterone significantly. Strength training, sleep, healthy fats, and stress management support production. Obesity, poor sleep, and chronic stress lower it. Testosterone also influences behavior. Higher levels correlate with confidence and competitiveness. Winning increases it, losing decreases it. Estrogen. Estrogen is the primary female sex hormone, though men produce small amounts. It regulates menstruation, supports pregnancy, maintains bone density, and affects skin and mood. Estrogen levels fluctuate throughout the menstrual cycle, affecting mood, energy, and physical symptoms. Low estrogen causes hot flashes, night sweats, and bone loss. This happens during menopause or with extreme weight loss. High estrogen causes heavy periods, mood swings, and weight gain. In men, too much estrogen causes fat gain, especially in chest, reduced muscle, and sexual dysfunction. This happens with obesity, as fat converts testosterone to estrogen. Progesterone. Progesterone is produced in the ovaries after ovulation. It prepares the uterus for pregnancy and maintains early pregnancy if conception occurs. If pregnancy doesn't happen, progesterone drops, triggering menstruation. It also affects mood and sleep, promoting relaxation and sleep quality. Imbalance between estrogen and progesterone causes problems. Estrogen dominance leads to heavy periods, mood swings, and PMS. Stress affects progesterone because the body uses the same building blocks to make cortisol. Chronic stress diverts resources toward cortisol, reducing progesterone. Thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones, T3 and T4, control metabolism. They regulate how fast your cells burn energy. When thyroid hormones are high, metabolism speeds up. You burn more calories, feel warmer, have more energy. When low, everything slows. You feel tired, cold, gain weight easily, and experience brain fog. Hypothyroidism, low thyroid function, is common, especially in women. Symptoms include fatigue, weight gain, cold intolerance, and depression. Hyperthyroidism causes anxiety, rapid heartbeat, weight loss, and heat intolerance. Thyroid function affects mood, energy, weight, and digestion. Growth hormone. Growth hormone is produced by the pituitary gland. In children, it drives growth. In adults, it maintains muscle mass, bone density, and tissue repair. It's released during deep sleep. This is why sleep is crucial for recovery. Without adequate deep sleep, production drops. Growth hormone promotes protein synthesis, building muscle and repairing tissue. It also mobilizes fat for energy. As you age, production declines, contributing to muscle loss and fat gain. Exercise, especially high-intensity and strength training, stimulates release. Fasting also increases it. Melatonin. Melatonin is your sleep hormone, produced by the pineal gland in response to darkness. As evening approaches, melatonin rises, making you sleepy. It regulates your circadian rhythm, the internal clock controlling sleep-wake cycles. Artificial light, especially blue light from screens, suppresses melatonin. This is why scrolling before bed makes sleep harder. Melatonin also acts as an antioxidant, protecting cells during sleep. It supports immune function and may have anti-aging effects. The key is supporting natural production through consistent sleep schedules, darkness at night, and morning light exposure. Dopamine. Dopamine is the motivation and reward hormone. It's released when you anticipate or achieve something pleasurable, driving you to seek rewards and repeat behaviors. Dopamine is about wanting, not having. It motivates you to pursue goals. Without it, you lose motivation and feel apathetic. Modern life hijacks dopamine. Social media, junk food, gambling, and drugs trigger massive spikes. Your brain adapts by reducing sensitivity, requiring bigger hits. This is addiction. Low dopamine causes lack of motivation and difficulty concentrating. Healthy dopamine comes from natural rewards: exercise, accomplishment, social connection, and learning. Serotonin. Serotonin regulates mood, sleep, appetite, and digestion. About 90% is produced in your gut, not your brain. It creates feelings of contentment, calm, and well-being. It also regulates sleep by converting to melatonin at night. Low serotonin is linked to depression, anxiety, insomnia, and digestive issues. This is why many antidepressants target serotonin. Serotonin is made from tryptophan, an amino acid in protein, but you need carbohydrates to help tryptophan cross into the brain. Sunlight, exercise, and gut health all support serotonin production. 12 hormones. 12 chemical messengers controlling your body and mind. Cortisol manages stress. Adrenaline handles emergencies. Insulin and glucagon regulate blood sugar. Testosterone and estrogen control sex characteristics. Progesterone supports pregnancy and mood. Thyroid hormones set metabolic rate. Growth hormone builds tissue. Melatonin regulates sleep. Dopamine drives motivation. Serotonin stabilizes mood. These hormones interact constantly, creating complex feedback loops. Stress hormones affect sex hormones. Sleep hormones influence metabolism. Gut health impacts mood hormones. Imbalances cause problems. Too much or too little disrupts the entire system. Fatigue could be thyroid, cortisol, or testosterone. Weight gain could be insulin, cortisol, or estrogen. Lifestyle affects hormones more than most realize. Sleep, diet, exercise, stress, and environment all influence hormone production. You can't control everything, but you can support healthy balance through daily choices. What surprised you most? Drop it in the comments.